Hello class 10. Today we will discuss about the uses of radioactivity. Radioisotopes. The isotopes of elements which are radioactive are called radioisotopes. For example, cobalt 60, carbon 14, phosphorus 32, etc. are the examples of radioisotopes. Here you need to remember that the nucleus of the atom becomes radioactive when number of neutrons in the nucleus is more than the number of protons. And not only the elements with the atomic number greater than 82 are radioactive, but also some elements with atomic number less than 82 are also radioactive. For example, you can see the examples out here: cobalt, carbon, phosphorus. These are the elements with the atomic number less than 82. Uses of radioactivity. There are three major uses of radioactivity. First one is the medical use, the scientific use, and thirdly, the industrial use. Let's discuss the medical use first. Gamma radiation from cobalt 60 is used to treat cancer by killing the cancer cells. This process is called radiotherapy. In radiotherapy, the radiation must be able to penetrate the human skin. Thus, the gamma radiations are used because it can penetrate through the human skin. The radioisotopes such as radiosodium chloride, radioiodine, etc. are used as tracers to detect blood clots and brain tumors. Radiosodium chloride is also used to study the blood circulation by injecting it mixed with common sodium chloride in the human body. This process is called radiocardiology. Gamma rays are used to sterilize syringes and other equipments to make them germ-free because the gamma rays can destroy the living cells. Thus, they can kill the germs if there are any in the syringes or the equipments which are to be used. The scientific use. Alpha particles are used as projectiles for nuclear reactions. The scattering of alpha particles from the nucleus helps in estimating the size of the nucleus and in understanding the nature of nuclear forces. The radioactive tracers are used in agriculture to study the growth of plants by using chemical manures. The age of rocks, fossils, excavated materials, etc. are estimated by studying the rate of decay of carbon 14 by beta emissions in the remains of dead plants. This process is called carbon dating. Next is the industrial use. Radioisotopes such as uranium are used as fuel for the nuclear energy. The penetrating power of beta radiations are known, so they are used to control the thickness of paper, plastic and metal sheets during their manufacture. The ionizing effect of radiations from the radioisotopes is used in making certain luminescent signs. Next topic we will discuss out here is the harmful effects of radiation. There are three types of harmful biological effects of radiations. Firstly, short-term recoverable effects. Second one, long-term irrecoverable effects. And the third one, genetic effects. In the first one, the symptoms seen are diarrhea, sore throat, loss of hair, etc. In the second case, that is long-term effects, the patient will have leukemia or cancer. And in the third case, where it is the genetic effects, the later generations of the exposed person are affected because the genes are mutated. The exposure of pregnant women to X-rays for a long time may affect the child in the womb. It increases the risk of cancer, tumor, and leukemia. Thyroid glands are affected more fast. The exposure to gamma rays destroys the blood cells, reproductive system, and hair cells. It can harm and destroy the DNA of the living cells. Next, the sources of harmful radiations. Radioactive fallout from the nuclear power plants. The nuclear power plants are now the major source of electricity in the world. If somehow there is an accident in the reactor of the power plant, a large amount of radioactive material and radiations will escape out into the atmosphere. This will not only affect the life at far off places where they will reach due to the air current. So there has been in the past 3 such accidents. One in USA on 20th March 1979. Second one in Ukraine in Chernobyl on 26th April 1986. And third one in Japan on 11th March 2011. These accidents caused damage to the reactor buildings and injuries to the persons working in the plants as well as to the persons in the vicinity. Nuclear waste. The fuel rods used in the nuclear power reactors are rejected when their activity decreases below a certain level. They then become a nuclear waste. These rods are still quite radioactive and are the source of harmful radiations, therefore, they should not be dumped in open garbage. They can contaminate water and soil and affect the human and living organisms. Cosmic radiations. The cosmic radiations enter the Earth's atmosphere from the Sun and from outer space. They contain a large number of high energy particles, out of which a large number of the charged particles are deviated by the Earth's magnetic field. But still, a substantial amount of uncharged radiations such as the alpha rays, gamma rays and X-rays reach the Earth's atmosphere. And these radiations are quite harmful for the human beings. So safety precautions that we need to follow. Safety measures while establishing a nuclear power plant. We must ensure that the people working in it are not exposed to nuclear radiations. The power plant must be shielded with lead and steel walls to stop the leakage of radiation. This is because the thick amount of lead can stop the radiation. Even the gamma radiations can be stopped by using thick lead walls. The power plant must be in a strong building which can withstand the earthquakes, fires and explosions. And there must be a backup of cooling system, because if one cooling system fails, then the other cooling system can work actively. Safety measures while handling radioactive materials. They should put on special lead lined aprons and gloves. As discussed earlier, lead can control the radiations to pass through. Okay, so the lead lined aprons and gloves should be used. They should handle the radioactive materials with long lead tongues. Care must be taken to ensure that no one is exposed beyond the safety limit. The radioactive substance must be kept in a thick lead container with a very narrow opening. So all these safety measures must be followed. and also the safety measures in safe disposal of nuclear waste. The nuclear waste must be buried in the specially constructed deep underground stores, and these stores must be far from the populated areas. Background radiations. The background radiations are the radioactive radiations to which we all are exposed even in the absence of an actual radioactive source. Some of the sources of background radiations are the internal source and the external source. When we say internal source, we are talking about our body itself. So these are the elements which are present inside our body. Example, potassium, carbon, and radon. In the external source, the cosmic rays, solar radiations, natural radioactive elements are the external source. We are always exposed to the background radiations and we cannot avoid them. But the total radiations from both the sources are within the safety limits, so we need not worry about it.